right, guys, welcome to the Studying Brew episode 725. And yes, it's me, Brandy. That's right, guys. Andy had to do a last minute trip to Arizona this weekend to take the boy and the football team over to Arizona, and they needed an extra driver. They didn't tell him until Saturday. They were like, hey. And so he was like, yeah, I'm coming for 6 hours. That's cool. So him, 2 coaches, and about 16 high school football players drove off to Tucson, Arizona, and that's where he's doing right now. He's probably eating with them right now. I don't know what he's doing right now, but I know he'd rather be here with you guys. So hey guys, welcome to the Studying Brew. All right, guys, we're gonna get started. Why? Because it's just me. So we're gonna get started right now. Let me share my screen. We're gonna take it away. We're gonna start with our announcements, as Andy calls it, our commercial, since this is our 30 minutes of free, right? Our 30 minutes of free. So this is our commercial. All right, guys. So tonight we are going to talk about the KonaCatchphrase. We're going to teach you guys how to find those keywords that aren't always securities related. But if you guys want more, Kona, we have our online on-demand courses, right? We've got live sessions where we talk about it's almost like the topic of the week, right? It's not in order by book. You guys can jump in just whenever. And I just use information from the Discord, our message board, which is right here, our Kona community, right? I use information pulled off there. Like, oh yeah, I've been seeing a lot of these questions lately. So we're going to start talking about them, right? We've got study guides, which can replace the LEMs, right? These are meant to be something that you can actually use with and without. Our programs are $20 each. They are printable ebooks. We have it for the SIE, the 6 and 63. We've got course notes for the 26, 65, soon to be coming, right? So we've got an orientation replay that tells you all about our program. For more information, we got the 866 Hey Kona or 866-439-5662. Guys, you get Andy. You don't get a call center. No. You get Andy. So if he doesn't answer right away, he will get back to you. Just make sure you leave a voicemail or a text. You guys can reach us on the Telegram. You guys can click on this right here, or I guess scan the QR code. I just said click on this like I'm old or something. I don't know. But guys, scan the QR code. You get all of our links, which is our link tree right here, right? And yeah, I'm on the message board. I'm at Brandy at KonaButterflyz. By the way, I just changed it. You guys might see it as one word now, Brandy KonaButterflyz, or you'll see it with the space, right? But either way, that's me. All right, guys, we have live sessions tomorrow for our members in the SIE. I think I would know what we're talking about because I'm the one who created the list. Right? In the SIE, guys, we're going to go over offerings. That's what we're going to talk about. So we're going to talk about the firm commitment offering, the shelf offering, right? We're going to talk about the best efforts offering. We're going to talk about what an offering even is. That's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Starts at 7 a.m. in Hawaii, 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Central, and 1 p.m. Eastern. And then an hour later, we got the series 26. We're actually going through content, recycling through content. We are going to talk about opening accounts. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about all those wonderful, awesome details that you, the registered rep, needs to collect to open an account. That's at 9 a.m. in Hawaii, 12 p.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Mountain, 2 p.m. Central, and 3 p.m. in the East. Guys, just to remind you, last week we started our new thing where we don't do our 4 o'clocks. Our 4 o'clock was actually moved to today at 2 p.m. That was our series 6. So if you're like, wait a minute, what happened to that? That's now on Mondays at 2 p.m. Pacific. All right, guys. And then just to let you guys know, this Saturday, hold on, let me think. Yes, this Saturday, guys, we are doing our free workshop. It's on this Zoom code, so we don't have to go anywhere. It's this Zoom code. It's at 8 a.m. Pacific. It's free. You guys can invite anybody. If you're studying for your life exam, if you're studying for the securities, if you're studying for anything, just hang on out with us. Starts at 8 a.m. Pacific. There's no replays because, like Andy says, if we have to get up early, so do you. right? But we go over the life exam, the SIE, the 6, 63, 26, 65, and we're talking about those techniques that we talk about tonight, that we talk about tomorrow. Guys, it's the building blocks of a multiple choice test. That's what we talk about, right? So be there or be square. I'm just kidding, right? But guys, we had a great weekend. Over the weekend, guess what? We had passers. That's right. We had passers. I can't do it like he does. He does it the best, right? But guys, over the weekend, we had 3 wonderful, amazing passers. We had Tim, who passed the Series 63. We had Jackie, who passed the Series 6. And just this morning, we had Joy. She passed the Series 66. Guys, she was our first Series 7 passer in the Kona family. She is our first 66 passer in the Kona family. Congratulations to all 3 of you guys. We are so super excited, right? Tim, he's fully licensed. I saw Jackie on our 63 class already studying for that. And Joy, oh, she's now fully licensed. She's now a general securities licensed individual and an investment advisor representative. Woo, woo, right? So awesome. All right, guys. Announcements were fast today, huh? But anyways, guys, so what we're going to do now is we are going to do what we call the Kona catchphrase, right? We practice this Kona catchphrase. We practice this every chance that we get, okay? Every chance that we get in our live sessions or on a Sunday night, we talk about the Kona catchphrase. We don't call it the Kona catchphrase, but it's the Kona catchphrase. Guys, what we're doing is we're paying attention to those, oh man, I always call them subtle hints, right? Those words that you should go, wait a minute, that says something to me, and it's not always securities related. Guys, there's so many times that I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens when we're studying for these exams, but we forget to just look at the words. I like to use this example that I always use. I use this example frequently. And I used to say, man, I can never remember what a deferred compensation plan is. Man, these things are so complicated. What the heck is deferred compensation plan? And then one day I was looking and it hit me. I was like, wait a minute, deferred means later. Compensation means salary or getting paid. Plan is a plan from an employer. Does it mean that I get paid later? And yes, guys, it simply means part of your salary is paid later. You see what I mean? And I don't know what it is, but when we're studying for, especially these licenses, right? We forget to just look at the words. We just forget to look at the words. So guys, what we're going to do today is we are going to do the Kona catchphrase where I have just the answers shown, right? Usually Andy reads, I'm going to read tonight. You guys are going to put in the chat what you think the keywords are. And I'm going to take it a little further today, just a little further. I want you to tell me, if you can, not securities vocabulary, but what those words mean to you. That looks familiar. I don't like that. The happy face, sad face, right? Or, oh, when I see this, I think this, right? I want you guys to participate, put it in the chat. Guess what? Here at Kona, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's a learning opportunity. Right? That's it. It's just simply a learning opportunity. So I want you guys to participate in the chat. I want you guys to tell me what you think the keywords are, and we're going to go find those connections. All right? So let's get started. All righty. So I start with A. I know Andy usually starts with D, but I start with A. I think I've just been trained over the years. Let's just start with A, right? So, and I guess truth be told, I actually usually start with the smallest chunk. So I don't always start with A, but today I will start with A. Okay. It says an established date that an investor receives the dividend, a transaction to exchange shares within a company, an authorization to vote on behalf of the shareholder, or a contract outlining shareholders' rights. Of those 4 statements, what is 1 or 2 key words that stands out to you that you should pay attention? Receives, gets something. That would be an A, right? receives. Vote. That's right. I got establish, contract, authorize, transaction. Okay. Exchanges, vote on behalf. Okay, wait, hold on. Contract. There we go. There's the contract, right? Exchanges. I got the exchange. Authorize. There we go. Authorize, exchange. Okay, cool. Vote on behalf. I like that. All right. I like those. Those are really good starts, right? Okay. So check this out. I'm going to go a little bit further because you're right. But we're talking about a dividend, receives the dividend, right? And a date we receive the dividend. A transaction to exchange shares. I like that. We're going to exchange shares. Authorize an authorization to vote on behalf of the shareholder, and a contract outlining shareholders' rights. So I'm looking for, when I look at that very short question, I'm looking for anything that has to do with the dividend, exchanging shares, vote on behalf, or rights. Okay, let's check this out. A proxy is which of the following? What is the important word or words in that set of words? There you go. Proxy, vote on behalf, right? I saw the answer fast. Right? I'm sorry, but is voting on behalf of somebody else, is that securities related? No, it's not. Oh, look at that's funny. My green dot didn't show up. There we go. Right? Yeah. Voting on behalf of somebody else is not a securities word. But yet you guys all knew what proxy was. Right on. Congratulations. But you see what I mean by like just find those keywords and what do those words say to you? Because sometimes, guys, it's not securities, just like we saw, right? All right, let's go on to the next one. All right. A, the customer, but not the representative, can trade on this information. B, the customer's order must be placed 48 hours before the block trade. C, in order to trade on this information, the security must be only listed over the counter. Or D, sharing and trading on such information is a violation of FINRA's front-running policy. One or two keywords in each statement. Or something that like, I didn't like that. Or like, sounds good. Block trade. Very good. I like block trade. Trade on information. And for Andy, that's in D. Yeah, Andy loves the ands, right? We got over the counter, but not. Oh yeah, but not. Violation. Right? Violation. Trade on information. That's right. Trade on this information. Ooh, only. Only is in C. Right? You guys know what we say about only, right? Must, only, never, and always. Usually not true. B says must. Yep. And there's a number, right? And there's a number. All right, cool. So I look at this and I go, I wonder, sounds like there's an order going on, right? Would there be any situation where a customer but not a representative can trade on any information? And I'm not even talking about securities, right? I mean, I could be, but no, you can't, right? No, it's like that can't happen, right? Customer's order must be placed 48 hours before the block trade. Does that sound something like, does that sound like something real? Like that's a thing? I guess that's what I want to say. Does that sound like a thing? No, it's not a thing, right? Because even if you're just starting out studying, I don't remember ever seeing that, right? In order to trade on this, we said only. I'm going to put this not true question mark. Sharing and trading on such information is a violation on FINRA's front running policy. Even if you don't know what FINRA's front running policy is, if you're sharing and trading on information, and it just seems to me, just from gathering the information, seems to me that there's something sus happening. Am I right? So this is definitely a true statement, right? So I'm pretty sure the answer is D. And I just looked at this from a idea standpoint. I didn't really look at the question yet, right? So let's see what's happening. A registered rep believes that he has non-public information about an imminent block trade in a security. He would like to share this information with the customer so that the customer can purchase an option on the security before the block trade. As a principal, you would advise the rep that, right? Sharing and trading and such information is a violation. I'm going to tell you guys, yes, that is non-public information. And he believes, so he doesn't even, this wouldn't be insider trading, right? But this right here, this imminent block trade, to me, guys, this is a flag. It's one of those words I've told you guys, ooh, imminent. Who uses imminent in language? Books, yeah, right? People who write for a living, yeah. But in everyday conversation, imminent is not one of our words, right? So that's a flag to me. The non-public is another flag. So wouldn't those two flags, and these are bad flags, don't they kind of speak to the word violation? Boom. And Andy would be right because it was the answer that had and. Right? Right on. Look at you guys. You guys are on fire this evening. Fire. All right. Interpositioning, churning, breaking the third party rule, or front running. Well, we learned what front running was, right? I always think of front running as line cutting. Right? Am I right? I'm just going to put that here. But you guys see what I mean? I might not know exactly what the front running policy is, but it sounds like line cutting. Okay. Breaking the third party rule, churning, or interpositioning. I feel like none of these are good, right? So what does interpositioning sound like to you in between perfects? Isn't that kind of related to C a little bit? Interpositioning and a third party? It's kind of similar. I'm going to say similar or opposite. It has the same vibe to it. And then what's churning? Butter. I agree. Butter for my toast. I'll take plant-based. All right. So line cutting, in between, or butter is what we're looking for, right? All right. It is a violation. All four of these are violations of FINRA rules to include a third party between a customer and a broker-dealer when the third party will have no effect on achieving a market price favorable to a customer. Wow. That sentence was 3 lines long. This violation is known as, we can eliminate 2, right? The 2 that doesn't, right? The butter, we can take off butter. This doesn't sound like butter, right? And it doesn't sound like line cutting. So now I have breaking the third party rule or interpositioning. Ooh, I have an A, I have a C, and I have a C. Now, if I was going to call, how do I want to say, wait, hold on. Because you're not off by saying C, okay? But if you notice, we have words like front running, that sounds like line cutting, right? We have churning, which is excessive trading. So those have cool, fancy titles to putting in a third party, right? So if I have a cool name for all these violations, the third party rule, that's kind of boring, right? That doesn't have any pizzazz on it. Churning has pizzazz. Front running has pizzazz. Third party rule, that's boring. So I'm going to call it interpositioning. Isn't that more jazzy, right? Because you guys weren't wrong, but interpositioning was the more correct answer, right? There you go. You guys see like what I just totally did right there? I totally took it out of securities and was like, it's just more pizzazzy to say interpositioning than it does third party rule, right? And by the way, if I called it this violation is known as breaking the third party rule, isn't that kind of redundant? Violating the breaking the third party rule? That doesn't even flow right. Probably would have been like this violation is known as the third party rule or something like that. You know what I mean? So kind of also use that to your advantage. Like go with the flow. If the flow is like, it's probably not the right answer, right? All right. Premium, limited risk, a right to exercise on demand, or the potential for unlimited profits. Anything standing out to you? A premium, limited risk, a right to exercise on demand, or the potential for unlimited profits. Unlimited profits. Ooh, potential. I like that. Exercise. I like that. Right. You got it right. A is different. Limited profits, right? Limited risk. Right? But A is different. I think that's worth noting. Let's look at the question. A holder of a call option can expect to receive all of the following potential benefits, except keywords in the question. Keywords in the question. Don't put the answer keywords in the question. All, call, accept. Well, definitely accept. Like, guys, accept for sure. Now, I didn't put call option because to me, that's not the main point. It is. Let me underline it because it is. But let's match the word a premium and accept. And is there any other word in that question? Is there any other word in this question that would be opposite of receiving a premium as a benefit? Right? Because we are receiving benefit, right? Except. And we're thinking that A is different. So is there a match to me not receiving premium? When I circle this one, you're literally going to go, your mind is going to pop. It's not a call option. It's not expect. It's not potential. It's not a benefit. There's second word in the question. There you go. The holder. Guys, does a holder receive premium? Does a holder receive premium? Right? No. Oh, so it doesn't matter as the call option. It simply mattered. And I bought it. So what's not a potential benefit? Boom. The premium. Do you guys see that? Do you guys realize that none of this mattered? None of that mattered. Holder, receive, potential benefits, except the premium. Now, a lot of you, I'm going to say this, we're probably like stumped because it's an options question and we hate options questions. But it didn't have anything to do with the option. So your hint should have been the fact that I went, and they all underline it. Right? Isn't this crazy? Isn't this crazy? Right? And for the person who said that A was different, should have screamed at you, Holder. Right? All right. I hope that I'm hoping this helps, guys, because you guys are good. You guys are doing better than you did last week. You guys are on fire today. But that one was like, ooh, holder, receives, accept. Boom. All right. Look at this one. I had to. I was like, Andy is not going to punch me for giving him something long to read. It was Jenna. All right, guys. Currency risk, political risk, regulatory risk, business risk. I feel like this one, there might be a slight technique in here, but this one you got to go with like when I say blue, you say sky. When I say blue, you say ocean. It's kind of like that connection. When I say currency, you say blank. When I say political, you say blank. Right? Do you guys have it? Just know where I'm going with that. Gotta get those keywords out. You gotta know what to look for in that long question. Look at this question. Ooh. Okay. It's gross, huh? All right, currency. What do we associate with currency? Money. Definitely money. But what type of investing? Domestic investing? Domestic investing. Yeah, that's right. Domestic investing in domestic stocks, ADRs, foreign. Perfect. Right? Political. What does political sound like? Government. Exactly. Regulatory risk. What does that sound like? Rules. I don't know if that was very real with that. Laws, rules. Very good. Rules, laws, and of course, can't miss regulations, right? And then business risk. What does that sound like? Like capital risk. Companies. Maybe a company. Company failure. A company. So guess what, guys? I'm going to use these words: foreign investing, government, rules, laws, or regulations, or a company. I'm going to use that, and you guys are going to see how I read this question. Okay. Golden Prospects is a publicly traded mining company. Although the company has some domestic mining operations, the vast majority of its resources come from quartz land, an underdeveloped nation whose economy is based almost solely on the extraction of natural resources. That sounds rough. I think I could probably cross off 2 right away. In recent presidential election, boom, presidential election. Guys, I'm stopping there. I'm stopping at presidential election. What of those blue words did I write that says presidential election? Exactly. The government, right? Boom. Because it had to do with the presidential election. It didn't say anything. And if you guys read on, it didn't say anything about currency or exchanging, right? Quartzland's economy has become less stable. That just boom solidifies B. You guys see how we just did that? Do you guys see how working your answers like that gets you through that? I literally, guys, when I was pulling this question today, I literally did exactly what you guys just did. What does currency sound like? Foreign investing. What does political sound like? Government. What does regulatory sound like? Rules, laws, regulations. What does business risk sound like? A company. Boom. Golden prospects, publicly traded. He's the quartz land, an underdeveloped flag. Nation whose economy is based solely on extraction, flag, right? Presidential election. Oh, dude, we're going political on this one, right? Da 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 da. Less stable. Dude, boom, done. I didn't have to read this. I didn't even have to get through the rest of this. All I had to do was look for foreign government, a rule, a law, a regulation, or a company. That's it. That's all I had to look for. See, I didn't even read. Didn't even read. All right, last one. Numbers. Look, I got 2 of your least favorite things tonight. 2 of your least favorite. Bankruptcy would be D. That's a great question. A company that files for bankruptcy would be a business risk. Joanna, that's a great question too. She said, would I have still read the last part of this question first? I don't think so. And this is why. Because I didn't see an evident pattern in my answer choices. I didn't see 2 opposites. I didn't see, though currency and political those kind of goes hand in hand, but I didn't see the one that was different. So I knew that I had to look for foreign government or whatever in that question, because there was nothing that could have stood out to be true or not true. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't one that stood out to be like different or random. So that's when I just went for looking for the match. That was a great question though. Great question. All right. So I got numbers, right? Long questions, not your favorite. Options, not your favorite. Numbers, your other not favorite. I hit all 3 tonight, right? Okay. B and C both start with the number 1. I like that. Boom, boom. That's the low. Oh, okay. You guys are supposed to be doing this. I got 750, 1,000, 2,000, and 1,200. Somebody wrote down that this is par value. Absolutely. So I guess there you go. I was like, guess where I was going with this was that 750 is the lowest and 2,000 is the highest, right? And then somebody says C. It's the answer. But I guess if we were playing the opposite game, which we will talk about tomorrow on the Studying Brew tomorrow, but if we were playing the opposites game, and we said that this both, I mean, it's a long shot. Don't get me wrong, guys. This might be a long shot, but C and D both have 1 in it. I mean, I'm sorry, B and D both have 1 in it. Ooh, and C and D both have 2 in there. So one might say that this could possibly be a double dip. That's a great lookout. Because what I was doing was going, well, 1 and 2, there's $1,000 difference there, right? All right, let's look at the question. Let's not speculate anymore. Let's look at the question. At its issue, a conversion price of an underlying stock convertible debenture is set at 25. And we're talking about a debenture also, right? So we got 25 and we do have our par value of 1,000, right? Because we are talking about a bond. But it's kind of like my baseline, but you guys are going to see where I'm going to go with this. What does the price of the bond need to be when the underlying stock is trading at 30 for the convertible stock and the bond to be at parity? So I already kind of helped you guys out along, right? I said debenture and I said 25. What are the other 2 important pieces of this question? Higher. Ooh, higher than. So it's definitely higher, right? 30. So I feel like because that's higher, that probably has to be higher. Parity. There you go. Right? So these 2 words, it's higher and parity, right? Okay. So if this is our baseline, if this is what we're starting out and we said higher, I can eliminate A and B, right? Now, based on the fact that this is only a $5 difference, which one are you picking? C or D? Keep in mind, look at our mapping, right? Keep in mind the fact that, those little box things, right? Keep in mind that we said those are opposite and those are opposite. There's a $5 difference. Would it make sense that D's the answer without doing math? Yes, it would. Because that is the answer. I didn't even think about that. Rose in the chat said because it would need to be twice as much to be 2,000. Twice as much. Boom. See? Guys, we didn't even do math. We just knew it had to be higher. right? Oops, I totally erased that. We knew it had to be higher. We knew this had to be higher. A, B, you're gone because you're not higher. And there's only a tiny little difference. And there's only a tiny little difference. And it confirmed the technique of the double dip. B, D, opposite. C, D, opposite. D was in both. Double dip. What? Anyways, there you go. And also 30 does not go into 2000. If you were looking at that number 30, it doesn't go into 2000. It would go into 1200. Great observation. What? See, you guys see the power of observations. It is amazing, and we do not do it enough. All right, guys. On that note, we will see you guys tomorrow on the Studying Brew for Test Taking Technique Tuesday, where we talk about the double dip, right? And for members, we'll see you guys in the SIE and the 26th tomorrow. I hope you guys all have an amazing evening, right? And don't forget to stay safe. And I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to do it. And wash your hands. Don't touch your face and don't touch your friend's face. And remember to take your quiz today. Take your quiz tonight before you go to sleep. And watch out for the Kona catchphrase. Guys, thank you guys for being on. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one, guys.